folks, the Let's Play Ultima 9 Ascension. When last we left off, we managed to cleanse the Shrine of Compassion, and with that, the people of Britain should have returned to their normal compassionate selves once again. There are still a few things we need to do in Britain, though, before we decide to take the journey with Raven to Samhain. First of which is, we need to go and pay our old friend Yolo a visit. He'll be here in his home that I completely forgot had a second floor that you can access by the side with the farm. So let's go and say hi to him and see just what happened to make him become twisted by the Guardian's corruption. I'm sure he'll be pleased to have a conversation with an old travelling companion, if nothing else. And here he is, his happy, cheery self once more, and his clipping over to here self once more. Greetings, old friend. How fares you?
Good to see you again, old friend. Hello, friend. How can I ever thank you for saving my life?
And now we're actually facing him. I don't know why he keeps clipping into the centre of the room, but either way, it's great to see him alive and well.
How was it that you were turned into a worm guard?
When the columns erupted from the soil, I went to investigate. I knew that something was wrong. I mean, this is just something that doesn't normally happen. I went into Despise and kept following the column, trying to find its origin. The deeper I got, the more I began to feel something. It's hard to explain, but it felt like something was pulling at my soul. I felt like my consciousness was becoming someone else's. By the time I got to the bottom, the force had become irresistible. I remember, just before I passed out, hearing a deep laughter. When I awoke, I had changed. I had become a worm god.
I am glad that I recognized you, Yolo.
Let me repay you by teaching you an advanced archery skill. When you are ready, you shall learn the final secret.
I don't actually think we are ready for this. I think we need to learn all the other things that come before it, but I'll certainly ask him to train me. I'm probably not dexterous enough, even if I did have the things that I needed before.
Teach me the skill.
You are not yet dexterous enough to learn this skill, Avatar. You must learn more skills with the bow as well, before I can teach you.
Darn it. Ah well, at least we asked and at least we had a conversation with our dear old friend. Also, there are things here, like this. Gweno's Song by Yolo Fitzzoan, dedicated to my lovely wife Gweno. Thank you for all you've done. I've never actually killed Yolo in this game, so I don't know what Gweno's dialogue is if you come back and tell her the unfortunate news. I imagine it tugs at the heartstrings. There's also this book, The Bard's Guide to Counterpoint by Kenneth, a fascinating tome covering the intricacies of melodic counterpoint. And then there's this, which I think is just a normal longbow. It is a normal longbow. But there is another weapon that you can get from him, although I don't think you can get it right now. I think you get it much, much later on. So, we'll say goodbye to you for now, Yolo. Farewell. We'll see you again soon. Now, I don't think there's anything here. Also, the weather has got a bit gloomy, but things are looking up for Britain in general. Also, I don't know why I drew my weapon here, because there are no rats here anymore. What we are going to do before we pop back to Britain and talk to the people there, hail, a lot of their dialogue has changed, is we are going to go to Despise, because not far in, there's a piece of armour that you can get. Now, you two are going to want to have at thee. Starting with you, and then with you. One strike from this weapon apiece, however, is more than sufficient. And there is this pair of gloves here that I'm going to take just to sell, because we're going to be doing some buying and selling before we're done. And you're gone. Still don't want to get too close to that column. That lava will deal damage super fast to you. Now, I'd initially forgotten this secret. It is a secret that rewards you examining and investigating things, something that I haven't been doing that much. That bat still, unfortunately, hasn't managed to find a way out of the dungeon. And that jingle, I think, has occurred because we've already solved all the puzzles here. It's the game going, oh, just remember, everything's been done, so we can just walk straight from the start to the end. Not that we're going to. We're going to go through here, and the pit we're going to fall down, and then we get to the next room, and that room with the fountain, and the picture is the one that has what I want. Down we go. I don't think there are any more enemies in here either. I don't think any more reappear. So in here is what we want. There is a crooked picture of a warrior here, and if we click it, it turns into Exodus, and we get a piece of Wormguard armor. And we're not going to say no to a new piece of armor. I don't think the stat difference is that significant between the Wormguard armor and the leather armor, but I won't say no to getting something that looks different. Another piece of the Wormguard set. Now that is the way forward. No, actually, it's the way back, isn't it? Yeah, I think that is the way back. So let's go in. Nope, this is definitely the way forward. Silly me. Don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. And then the avatar got lost in an entirely linear dungeon. Happens more often than you think. Also, we've managed to prevent that door from opening fully. Let's make our way out and talk to the people of Britain. They have a lot to say. There's actually somebody that I completely missed as well. Somebody, by the museum. Let's see if their dialogue has changed now that Rhine has been cleansed. You have to get there first, of course. That's going to be a little bit of a run, but the Avatar is ready for a run. And there probably won't be as many enemies as there would be, considering we took care of that goblin and the rat. But I won't say no to more gold anyway. The training that we're going to be getting in the castle and from Pegleg Pete, it's going to cost a bit of gold anyway. I think 300 apiece, so that is 600 gone already. Which will bring us to a nice 2,000. It probably won't remain a nice 2,000 because we'll inevitably find a rat or two on the way home. That is the way to Stonegate, apparently. Well, we're not going to be going there anytime soon, that's for sure. Ah! Here is a rat to ruin our fine gold total. Now we have 2,606. It's gotten very misty. But there is the way back to Britain. And there are no foes here. Maybe the weather will miraculously clear once we get there. Compassion be with you. Let's pop in and talk to the city folk. Maybe the guard will have a different greeting. I think he does. Good day. Good day! Oh, it's this tune. I love this tune. This tune is one of my favourites in the entire game. Let's talk to you first.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Fair enough. I'll leave you be. I don't think your dialogue has changed.
I'm calling my parents if you don't go away.
Alright, fair enough. I will, I'll leave. Let's pop into the museum briefly. Your dialogue may have changed now, but I have one of the runes.
Hello, Avatar. Since you restored the Shrine of Compassion, it's as though a veil has been lifted from the city. Compassion, true compassion has been restored. Is there anything I can do for you today?
I don't think there is. Well, actually, there's a few things we can ask about. We can ask about the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom.
Do you know anything about the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom?
Well, it's a magical book. Legend has it that if consulted, the Codex will answer any question that you ask it. Of course, some of that may just be legend, but still, it would make a wonderful addition to the museum.
Do you know where it's located?
Again, according to legend, it's located on the Isle of the Avatar. Unfortunately, no one knows where that island is located. But since you're the Avatar, you should be able to find it. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
Well, a few things. Firstly, we shouldn't need to ask what the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom is, because not only should we know anyway, but we've already asked someone what the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom is earlier in the game. Secondly, we should know where it should be, because again, we're the Avatar. It's been moved, but we should at least know where it's usually kept. And finally, we should definitely know where the Isle of the Avatar is, again, because we're the Avatar and we've been here a couple of times. But either way, let's ask, if it's truly returned, if compassion is back.
Have the people truly returned to the virtue of compassion?
Oh, yes. Even the mayor, who was so proud of our misguided ways, has returned to true compassion. It's wonderful to see. But alas, it's too late for my poor husband.
What happened?
What happened to your husband?
My husband was very nearly blind, so he was sent away to pause before you cleansed the shrine. I heard not long ago that he stepped into the street in front of a hay cart and was killed. Oh, if only we had never lost our true compassion.
I'm sorry to hear that. I truly am. Let's mention this.
You know, in cleansing the shrine, I also retrieved the rune of compassion.
Have you really? Oh, that's wonderful. May I please have it back? I would like to have it back on display if possible.
I'm sorry, but I still need its help for the remainder of my quest. Do you mind if I retain it for a while longer?
If the runes can be of any help to you, then you should keep them. I would like to have them back once your quest has been completed, though.
Yes, of course.
No problem. And with that, I think we've said all we can say.
Goodbye, Alina.
Farewell.
Goodbye. Now let's talk to you two. Also, the people that were standing motionless are gone.
I'm sorry. I'm far too busy to chat right now.
Nothing's changed there. And I imagine nothing's changed with you either. Let us, look about here some more. And was there someone back here that I haven't spoken to? No. Thought there might be, but no. Also, there is you just stood there on that box. We'll ignore you for now. Hello, dog. And talk to other people like you. Surely things have gotten better for you as well now. Let's chat.
Bring out your donations.
That sounds much better.
Greetings, Avatar. There has been a change in policy. I no longer have to cart off the poor and sick to pause. Now, I take medicine to the people there. The sick are finally being cared for. Isn't that wonderful?
It is wonderful.
It's good that you no longer cart people to pause.
'Twas a sad mission to transport people to their doom. Remorselessness is a defeat of the heart. Bring out your donations!
Brilliant news. Brilliant news. Now let's talk to some more people. We have some things to sell, though, before we do that. Just a few minor things. Greetings.
Welcome, Avatar.
I'd like to sell some items.
I would like to sell some items.
Now, we could sell the Warhammer, but I don't feel like selling that. I do feel like selling the leather chest, however, and the leather gloves. Also, flaming sword, 3,000. Do I want to keep the war? I'll put that in my room, I think.
Thank you. Will there be anything else?
I think I'm good.
Nothing today, good lady.
Goodbye.
Now, what we need to do is we need to go to the Bowyer and learn one of the techniques that he can teach. That was the thing I was forgetting, that we can learn something there. And that will cost 300 gold as well, so, gonna be a bit short on gold. If that is, the door will open. Hello. Also, forgot to open this chest here. Doesn't contain very much in it.
Friend.
Also, do you like standing in treasure chests?
I have a range out back if you'd like to practice, or I can offer you a bit of training. Of course, if you don't need to practice, I can just show you my list of goods for sale.
I want that training.
I'm in need of training. What's your price for that?
Need some training, eh? Well, for only 300 gold, I can teach you a smart triple shot skill that is quite handy. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
That sounds fine.
All right then, let's take a look at you. Then that'll be 300 gold, please. All right, follow me out to the range. The most important thing to remember about archery is to be relaxed. You can't shoot straight if you have a death grip on the bow. Be relaxed and don't be nervous. Now.
And fade to black. Apart from my helmet.
And so there you have it. That's about all that I can teach you. Feel free to stay here and practice if you'd like. Goodbye.
Now I know it's implied that time has passed and we've learned something, but realistically we know what's happened. He just closed the curtains and dimmed the lights while he spun around in a chest for a while and we magically learned how to use a bow. But I'm not going to complain, for we now know a pretty neat trick shot. And I think there are a few more skills that we can learn besides that, but either way, we now need to talk to more people, including you. Are you now happier now that we've cleansed the shrine? Let's find out.
Look at what you just did! Did you not see that pile of dirt? You just kicked and spread it all over.
Nope, you haven't changed in temperament at all. Fair enough. Now, you're not there anymore, which tells me that you might be inside your shop. And you are. Hello.
Oh, Avatar, I cover my face in shame.
Why?
But why, Baker?
I was selfish. Unprincipled can't blame my friend for his misfortune.
Let us ask how he fares now.
But is he not now burdening you?
Strange as it seems, I could not carry on without the miller. Without his flour, I could not bake bread. Without bread, I could not feed the people of Britain. But now that he's back, we have a veritable cornucopia of fine baked goods as well as low prices.
Marvelous. I'd like to buy some.
I would like to buy some baked goods.
I'm gonna buy a piece of cake in celebration of things being better.
Hope you enjoy that. Will there be anything else?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Not right now. Farewell.
So long. Now, where did that cake go? Oh, it's right there. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Now, let us pop over to the, miller and see how he's doing. By the sounds of it, things are going so much better. You're in here? That you are. Greetings.
Greetings, Avatar.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. What are you doing?
I am once again milling grain, a bit more slowly, granted, but still faster than any other miller in the land. And I'm back in partnership with my loyal friend, Jastrel the Baker.
Indeed. Glad to hear things are going so well again. Now, there's one more conversation I want to hear, and it is this one in here. There were two people that were talking. He was talking about his brother. Things have changed now.
I tear me hair from my head when I think how icy cold I was to me own brother.
You were a fright, calling him rude names, shutting your door to him and his wife.
I don't know what came over me.
It's those frightful columns. When they appeared, everyone's heart began to harden. But when the Avatar cleansed the shrine, something was set to right again.
I hope the Avatar can help all the peoples of Britannia.
Me too. Oh wait, that's me.
I was a dreadful curmudgeon.
That you were.
Hello again, sir. Things are so much better here in Britain these days. Thank you ever so much.
No problem. Just doing what I do. There's one more place I actually want to check out now I'm thinking about it. I want to go and check out the church, because the man running the church was very much in favour of the mayor's policies. I wonder if that's changed as well. I love this music though, really love this music. So soothing, so calm, and so very Britannia. Also, everything's now just popped in. I didn't realise until now that these are giant ankhs. And you're standing there. Fair enough.
Oh, Avatar, thank you so very much for revealing to us the essence of real compassion. I do not know how we became so blinded as to believe that we could shun the sick and unfortunate. Our eyes were veiled by selfishness and meanness of spirit, but we have you to thank for lifting that veil.
No problem. Glad to be of assistance. Does that mean you won't get angry about me taking that serpent wine? What serpent wine? Wait, did you take some? I've got to go. Goodbye. And so the Avatar fled away! There's one more person we actually need to speak to before we head off to pause, and that is this farmer over here. We said that we would have a conversation with him and see if the boy that had no parents could work for him. And there he is, floating in the air. Actually, he's no, he's definitely floating in the air. I think he's standing on those vegetables, technically.
Ho, Avatar! We owe you a debt of thanks. How were our brains so mangled as to believe it was good and right to shut away those ill of fortune in paws? The child who stole my radishes is now helping me with my radish crop, and things are working out nicely. My thanks, Avatar.
Now let us ask what will happen if this occurs again.
But what if they again steal your radishes?
I was a tad logger-headed when I remembered on about my radishes, was I not? I can part with a radish or two and not feel a pinch.
That is much nicer to hear.
Your behavior was regrettable.
My heart must have been crusted over with ice and thorns to have forsaken my very own. I've also learned that a lot of those folks are hard-working if you give them the chance. I've been able to get some help around here since I came to my senses.
Which is marvelous.
That's good to hear.
Well, all the thanks goes to you, Avatar.
But what of your radishes?
I was a tad logger.
I like that there are two different ways to hear that dialogue.
Farewell.
And with that, things are all right and rain in Britain. Everything's fine. Also, I did not check out your cupboard here. Ooh, potions. I could do with some of the... Ooh, lots of potions. I could do with loads of these. No, don't want to, sleep on that bed. I just want the potions. Brilliant. And so, when we come back, folks, there is maybe one more thing we could do in pause, and that is go and, deliver that serpent wine. Someone needed serpent wine, and we now have it to, ease their worries. And then we'll go and... Did you just walk through the wall? You just walked through the wall, didn't you? Oh dear. If that guard is not careful, they may get stuck in that wall and then never be able to leave. It's a good thing they're not a, plot essential character. And when we get back from pause, we'll bind some spells, and then we'll head off with Raven. After, of course, reporting in on our success to Lord British. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Oh, this music. This music is just so wonderful. Definitely my favourite. Definitely.